I find it funny when you got some YouTube content creators sitting out here speaking this FBA nonsense, right? Basically, something that was grifted off to the ADOS group that was started by Yvette Carnell and Tone. So you got somebody like Tyreek Nasheed who basically try to take over ADOS, and because his beef with Yvette Carnell, what I'm saying, was going on for years and years, she told him, you ain't part of this group. Like, what are you trying to do? You're trying to grift off of it and then try to steal our, try to steal our logic. Basically, that's what FBA is. It's a spinoff of ADOS, right? Now, I want to touch on this, right? So recently, Fat Joe came out. He did an interview with Matt Hoffa, right? And he was talking about how FBAs basically are, black racists and whatnot, even against their own people and stuff. Whoever happens to have like a Caribbean descent or whatever the case is, right? And I could see it, right? But a lot of these people in the FBA, right? Um, some of the people who be pushing it heavy are dudes that don't even live by their own logic. I put up Phil, for example. This is a guy who was already exposed years ago who lied and said he had a black wife or a Native American wife and everything else. And to find out this girl is a white Hispanic. But, if you let him tell it or his people tell it, she's Hispanic, like as if Hispanic is a race or something. But the thing is that you look at somebody like Tyreek Nasheed, another guy who came out and said, only way he'll date a sister if she was biracial and was raised by a single white mother, not even a black mother, because when he said it was a black mother that was to raise him, then that black mother will be corrupt and don't know how to, raise their daughters right. So they need a white woman to do it. Like, these are the type of people that a lot of these sheep be following and whatnot. Um, Now, you know, my you know, my ancestors basically, what I'm saying, of course they were slaves and they helped, build the country and everything else. But let's be honest here. A lot of people don't know exactly where in the family tree that somebody and part of their family actually came to America, right? Because you got to think a lot of the slave trade really started through the Caribbean, regardless. Then it made it way to America. You know what I'm saying? So you could have family that went to the Caribbean first and then sent them same slaves or somebody within that, lineage to America and actually start picking cottons and everything else. Um, yeah, so that's the part a lot of people don't know, right? But they want to run with the narrative, right? That, oh, these dudes speaking on our culture when they married to women that ain't even FBAs themselves. Now, don't get me wrong. When it comes to Fat Joe, like, I'm putting it like this. I don't believe, and this is just my belief personally, I don't believe Puerto Ricans has anything to do with hip hop as far as starting it and stuff. I mean, look, everybody agreed on it. The people who've been around who started this stuff was somebody, let's say everybody say Cool Herc, right? Basically somebody who's Jamaican, right? Came to America and basically started the hip hop movement, right? But a lot of these FBAs, they get so mad, right? Because they realize Cool Herc is Jamaican. They try to change the narrative and say, oh no, it started from the South and it just made its way up to New York and all that other stuff. Like, it's some dumb ass shit that come out of their mouths and whatnot. I'm gonna put it like this. If you really want to know the rhythm and blues or how hip hop and stuff was contributed, all you got to do is go back to the motherland. Because African culture has an impact all over the goddamn world. Doesn't matter if it's black people in the Caribbean, doesn't matter if it's black people in the Americas, doesn't matter if black people in Europe, Asia, whatever. African culture has an impact throughout the whole world. But if you leave it up to these dumbass FBAs, they'll make it seem like they're a new kind of black. They're not really black. They you know, they're only black in America. And the shit is just hilarious at the end of the day. It is hilarious, man. They sound just like their slave masters, causing divisions amongst our own people, causing divisions. I mean, it's ridiculous. You know, these would be the same dudes would be wanting to go to Africa, right? Sitting up here, oh, I want to visit, our ancestors and whatnot, but then get right back here in America and talk hella shit about the fucking ancestors. Ridiculous, man. I don't know where these people come from. Like I said, they follow a grifter, a guy who basically grifts off of every fucking thing. And y'all follow that dude. That dude, the same dude who be praising other races of people. You know what I'm saying? He got mad. Tariq got mad and basically said how Fat Joe blocked him. But Tariq blocking people himself. He blocked a dude named Haven Bullets, right? Haven Bullets been on these motherfuckers' necks from the beginning, even before the whole FBA concept came up when Haven Bullets was getting on ADOS and whatnot. And he even pointed out how Tariq Nasheed grifted off of that. Now I remember I actually started watching Haven Bullets when he first came out and he was getting on Tommy Sotomayor and all that stuff. Now that's the one thing I could say about Haven Bullets. He's actually really consistent on other people who he be going at on these categories and shit. You know what I'm saying? But it just amazes me that like how these so-called FBAs trying to dictate who's FBA and who isn't when they wives and shit ain't got shit to do with FBA. You know what I'm saying? Tariq Nasheed wife ain't FBA. Phil Scott wife ain't FBA. It's hilarious. But anyway, this is all I got, man. Bold and understanding. I'm out. Peace.